Guess who got a new jersey? Are you guys ready? I want you to guess who you think it is in the comments below. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, you got your comments in? This one is Derrick Henry jersey, baby. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all the detail. I love it. I love it. Derrick Henry is one of my favorite players in football right now, so I had to get his jersey. We're gonna be wearing this for today's Kleschka picks. Let's go, week 11.
Let's go, let's go!
Okay, let's get started with the Thursday game, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. My Seahawks lost to the Rams last week and looked the worst they have all season. No passing touchdowns for Russell Wilson. I don't know what was going on. The last few weeks have been horrendous. Really got to change that up. His MVP run is slowly starting to go downhill, and I'm getting scared. I feel like he could save it in the last part of the season, but you really got to light it up if you want to save it, especially with a guy like Patrick Mahomes, probably ahead of you right now because of how bad you've been doing in the previous weeks. And then the Cardinals, they hit a Hail Mary walk-off touchdown, Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins. It was so cool to watch. I watched it live and I lost it. I was like, oh my God, because I thought the Bills won it when Josh Allen threw that touchdown to Stephon Diggs. But no, Kyler Murray said, nah, I got a game winner in me. Here it comes. Loaded up, and DeAndre got 3 people around him, pulled a Calvin Johnson, brought it down. This week, a division matchup, a big division matchup, because the Cardinals are up there, we're up there, and the Rams, they're fighting the 49ers. They're kind of down below, but this one is going to be a battle. I think Russ might return to somewhat decent quarterback this week. Hopefully, I'm counting on it. Our defense is obviously going to be bad, but I'm hoping we get Russ back on this path of dominance, and I think the Seahawks will just barely win this one on Thursday night, 31-30. Falcons and Saints. The Saints won against the 49ers last week. Alvin Kamara had a big day, scoring multiple touchdowns, but they did lose Drew Brees to a rib injury, lung injury. It could be a few weeks. It's looking like it will be. And you got the Falcons, who were on a bye week last week, and they definitely have not looked as bad as they did at the beginning of the season. But even though Drew Brees is out for the Saints, I still think they'll be fine with Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill, whoever they choose to start with that defense in Atlanta looking bad. I think the offense will be carried by Alvin Kamara, and I think the Saints will win 27-20. Steelers and Jaguars. The Steelers got a very easy win over the Bengals. Big Ben had a big day, and the Jaguars, they actually kept it close with the Packers, but they did lose in the end. Pittsburgh is the only undefeated team left in football, and they once again have an easy matchup against the Jaguars. I think with a top-tier defense and the offense that is lighting up the world, I think this will be no problem for the Steelers. Give me the Steelers 34-13. Lions and Panthers. The Lions, they won last week on a big game-winning field goal from Matt Prater. It was a long one too. And the Panthers, they could not keep up with the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. That offense exploded after looking so bad the week before. This week, I think Matthew Stafford is going to come out gunslinging. I think DeAndre Swift is going to be a solid running back for the game. So give me the Lions winning this one 24-19. Plus, McCaffrey is most likely out again this week. Eagles and Browns. Browns got a win over the Texans last week, and fantasy owners of Nick Chubb were probably very frustrated because he had a touchdown run and he decided to take it out at the 1-yard line to secure the win for the Browns. Smart move by him, but fantasy owners that needed that touchdown, I'm sure, are very angry. And the Eagles, they lost to the Giants. I think this week, the Browns seem like they've been doing okay without Odell Beckham Jr. They're not lighting the world on fire or anything, but they got Nick Chubb back. That's going to help them a lot, and I think the Eagles really can only perform well in the division, so give me the Browns winning this one 23-16. Bengals and the football team. The Bengals, they lost to the Steelers. They were absolutely blown out. Don't feel too bad. Like I said, only undefeated team left. So obviously it's going to be a tough one. Then you got the football team, who were led by Alex Smith in a very impressive performance. Threw for tons of yards. Glad to see him on the football field doing good once again. The Bengals, they got Joe Burrow, who's been having a good rookie season. The wins have not been coming in, but he has been doing a pretty decent job. Just wait till he gets more pieces around him, and I'm sure the Bengals will be a threat in the future. For now, the football team. Alex Smith has been doing a good job since the time that he has come back, but I think Joe Burrow has had a good amount of experience by this point, and I think he just is the better quarterback. He's younger, he's got more talent in my opinion, so give me a battle that is probably going to be pretty close between these teams, but give me the Bengals winning 30-24. Patriots and Texans. The Patriots beat the Ravens last week. I was very shocked. A lot of people are starting to think the Ravens are overrated. Lamar Jackson has had nowhere close to the MVP season he had last year, and the Texans, they lost to the Browns in a very low-scoring affair. It was only 10-7. The Texans got that one touchdown, and that was all they could get. The Patriots, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and Cam Newton has been looking better in the most recent weeks. So give me the Patriots beating the Texans in this one, 27-17. Titans and Ravens. The Titans, they lost to the Colts last week. It looked like the Titans might have had it wrapped up. They had the ball game early on, but soon the Colts started getting all these touchdowns, and the game literally flipped the script. The Colts just kept riding that momentum and never let it go. The Ravens, they lost in that shower of a game. So much rain in New England, they could not pull it off. This week, I feel like this season, whenever the Ravens play a better, like above average defense, they tend to struggle. They tried this three-headed running back with Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, and J.K. Dobbins, and it's been all right, and Lamar Jackson hasn't lived up to the talent that we all know he can be. Then the Titans, I really think they got the better all-around team right now, so give me them in a close one, 28-23. Jets and Chargers. The Jets were on a bye week last week, and the Chargers lost to the Dolphins. Ever since Tua became a starter, he has been great. And normally, when we're talking about the Jets right now, when a team is coming off a bye week, I'm like, oh, they got to be fresh. They're probably feeling good, feeling confident. But this is the Jets we're talking about. Even though they're coming off a bye week, they got to go up against the Chargers, who got a great young quarterback in Justin Herbert, probably the best player from the draft. And this is going to be a team that I think he can tear apart, especially with a veteran leader like Keenan Allen at the wide receiver position. Give me the Chargers winning big in this one, 38-10. Dolphins and Broncos. The Broncos lost to the Raiders last week. Their offense was definitely struggling, lots of turnovers. And then you got the Dolphins, who were led by Tua. They got another win with him as the starter, and I think that is going to continue this week. Denver is just not there yet, and I think this is a team that he's going to be able to pick on. I literally think he's going to be able to throw all over them, run the ball all over them. So give me the Dolphins winning this one, 24-17. Packers and Colts. The Packers got a win over the Jaguars last week, just barely. The Jaguars were actually very competitive, but ever since Davante Adams came back, it has been a whole different game for the Packers and their offense. Aaron Rodgers is absolutely loving that. And the Colts defense, even though they're one of the top defenses in the league, I don't think you're going to slow down Aaron Rodgers and that offense. Like I said, especially with Davante back, it has almost been unfair. He's just picking on the opposing defenses. So give me the Packers barely winning this one, 23-20. Cowboys and Vikings. The Vikings barely got a win over the Bears in Monday Night Football. They were able to stop them late in the game, secure that victory. In the Cowboys, they were on a bye week. They've been riddled by injuries, and I think Dalvin Cook is going to absolutely cook up this defense. He's been so hot in the previous weeks and even did pretty well against the Bears defense, which is one of the tougher defenses in the Cowboys. Like I said, there's not a lot going for them right now. They are literally playing Garrett Gilbert at quarterback, who didn't do that bad last time he played, but the Vikings got Dalvin Cook right now. Justin Jefferson has been a nice number 2 receiver for Kirk Cousins, and Adam Thielen is Adam Thielen. So give me Minnesota and that offense doing pretty dang well against this banged up Dallas team, winning 33-23. Chiefs and Raiders. The Chiefs were on a bye week last week, and out of all teams to have a bye week and be fresh and confident and ready to go, this is one team that I honestly don't think needs it. They got so much firepower, and Patrick Mahomes is looking like the best quarterback in the league. I wanted it to be Russ this year, but the last couple games, I can't say that. I just can't say that. The Raiders, they beat the Broncos last week. Josh Jacobs had a solid game, and the Raiders did beat the Chiefs earlier in the season, but I don't think you're going to strike that much magic twice. So give me the Chiefs and that stacked offense, fresh and ready to go, 31-27. Rams and Buccaneers. The Rams beat my Seahawks last week with a very good run game. They were getting all of their backs involved. Then you got Tampa Bay, who exploded with offense. Ronald Jones exploded for a touchdown, 98 yards. That is always fun to see. I would know I've had Derrick Henry on my fantasy team the last 2 seasons, and he's broken off multiple 90-yard touchdowns this week. The Rams defense is obviously up there. They're above average. They're definitely good. Aaron Donald, one of the best defensive players in football, but Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, and the weapons he is surrounded by, just so many, and they're all very hard to stop. So I think this is going to be a close one. I think defense is definitely going to make them struggle, but I think Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will prevail in the end, winning 27-24. All right, Kleschka Crew, thank you for watching Week 11 of Kleschka Picks. If you made it to the end of this video, tell me what you think of my Derrick Henry jersey. I think it is clean. I love it. Like the video, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your pets, your friends, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, everybody you know to subscribe if they haven't already. I got this, and I will see you next time.